The past 2 years, I've really been struggling. The issue has been I've had too many goats. And for some reason, and I know I wasn't alone, but people just weren't buying in 2019, last year. I occasionally have been able to sell a goat here or there, but in general, I just haven't been selling goats. And it's really been a major problem because of, when you have goats, you got to feed them. And that requires money. And so I've been trying different ways to find buyers. And it's really been tough. At the same time, Facebook they changed the rules. No more animal sales on Facebook. So people have had to find other ways to sell, get creative. And I've been trying all those different methods. And I'd sell a goat here and a goat there, and I would be so relieved. Well, last year I just wasn't selling. It was so bad. I was so frustrated. And I made the decision to go ahead and breed everybody. Number one, I needed the milk, but I thought I'd breed everybody thinking, well, then I know when I was first looking for goats, I jumped at the opportunity to buy bred goats. They were already mature, they had been bred, so I would only have to take care of them for a few months until they kidded, and then I'd start milking them. It was a great deal. And so I went ahead and bred everybody thinking, it would up their ante, that they'd become more marketable. Well, it didn't work. Last year, just people didn't want to buy goats. And I saw a lot of posts from people around the country with the same issues, where they just weren't selling their goats. What are you guys doing in here? What are you guys doing in here? This is a goat enclosure. You didn't lay any eggs, did you? Sarah, I don't see any eggs. Not sure what they were doing in here. As the world was starting to shut down because of, world events, my goats started having their babies, and so the population just skyrocketed in my goat paddocks. And at first I wasn't interested in selling because, the mamas, I didn't want to sell them when they were due to have their babies within a few weeks, or, less than a month or two, and then they had the newborn babies, and so I kind of didn't work at advertising. But once the babies got a little older, I made another effort to advertise. And I did sell, one person I sold a buck to, and another person I sold a mama and baby to. And so that was really good. That was great. I was happy about that. But I still had way too many goats. And so about a month ago, guess it was maybe a month ago by now, 3 weeks, time flies. But I got the idea of making posters and putting my farm name on the poster with a picture of all the goats and stating that I have Nubians and Nubian boar crosses, and posting it on my farm page on Facebook with just the general location of where I am. And after doing that, I shared it, and I hit the jackpot. I got a whole bunch of people responding. Now, some people, yeah, I was too far, or they wanted the goat's horn, just butted, or, there was something that it was clear what I have isn't right. But I had two buyers. The one guy came and bought two of my bucks. And then the next day, I had a guy come and see, Lawnmower here is a boar goat, and Sport is a boar goat. The other two goats in this paddock, Jazz, he's full Nubian, and Nate is full Nubian. Nubians are a dairy breed, boars are a meat breed. Well, this guy has boar goats, and boars tend to not have the greatest udders. They don't produce as much milk. Often they have trouble feeding their kids. They're notorious for rejecting a baby just because they don't have enough milk. Now, some people have lines that yeah, they produce enough milk. But a lot of ranchers will tell you that they just have an issue. They want to improve. And this guy, he had boar goats, and he really wanted to add some Nubian blood to improve those udders. And now he left when I tried to count how many goats he took. So it could have been, I could easily be missing. He took at least 9 goats. He took all but one of my kids, and that kid is not for sale. He took all last year's kids. I mean, everybody got taken. I mean, Nate is the only one who's still for sale. Everybody else I sold. And I couldn't be happier. I'm down to a manageable number of goats. And so you're going to notice that I have a lot fewer goats now. And I am so happy. Less mouths to feed saves money. And they're easier to manage. Now, Lawnmower there, I put her with Nate as soon as, I can't remember now if it was that day or maybe the next day, I moved her. Because I don't care who breeds her. Everybody else, I really want Jazz over here to be the daddy, because his mama had a good udder and she got killed. So I want to pass on the genetics of his mama. So Nate here is the only one left for sale. And so I made a new poster for him and I advertised it, and I've had some nibbles, but he's a bit pricey. Because he's a full-grown breeding buck. I mean, you can take him and put him in a pasture, and he'll go to work right this minute. He'd be a happy camper. So, I just wanted to share with you how I, ooh, what do you have in your hair? Oh, just poop. I don't know what it is. But, you'll from now on see a lot fewer goats because I successfully, finally, after several years, have sold a bunch of goats, and I am so, so happy.